Over here they stopped this motorcycle, 2 riders, no helmets, carrying a gas canister. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're looking at this vehicle parked here, partially obstructing the sidewalk, and they're also issuing a ticket to this vehicle parked in the road over here, and one more to this vehicle parked here. And over here this tricycle is about to be impounded. I was told the driver doesn't have a license. There's a lot of colorum and unlicensed tricycles in this area. Actually, I was told before that someone reached out to the MMDA and said, hey, can you not, you know, touch tricycles in that area. Anyway, I won't go into too much detail, but this one is being impounded, and the driver just said it's not registered either, so that's another issue. And there you go, onto the flatbed now. This might be the smallest flatbed truck I've ever seen. One more ticket being issued to this vehicle over here. There was a little bit of resistance from the driver of this one, but eventually he gave over his license. They'll issue a ticket, send him on his way. And over here they're issuing a ticket to the driver of this motorcycle. Obviously you can see the 2 of them weren't wearing helmets plus slippers, so that's a total of 2,000 peso in penalties. And it looks like this little stall is back. Before it was much larger, and the MMDA kept ticketing her for obstructing the sidewalk. She's back again after a couple of months of being missing. And one of the things they're selling is Yakult. And look on the floor here, lots of Yakult bottles. And unfortunately this is one of the side effects. Wherever you have vendors on the sidewalk, you also have a lot of trash. And the enforcers are now moving in on a motorcycle. Male driver, female back rider, both without helmets. Anyway, they'll ask the driver for the license and then issue a ticket, send him on his way. That is 1,500 peso. This is a good looking dog. Looks healthy, clean. Hello baby. Happy also. Further down the road another tricycle is being impounded. The driver produced a paper license, but they've actually found out it's fake. So very naughty. They'll impound the vehicle, and he'll have to go and get a real license. The driver claims that the license is real, although he doesn't have any ID that matches the name, and he doesn't have the physical card. And when they asked him whether his bike is registered, he said it's not. So they really are going to be impounding this. You can see the tow crew are taking it away now. If you look on the other side of the road, you'll see the sidewalk is completely blocked. What they do is extend their tarpaulin and tie it to the railings. So the sidewalk clearing team are here now, and they're walking along. But all that's happening is everyone is rolling up their tarpaulins like this over here, and then once MMDA leave, they'll roll it out again. Honestly, I'm not sure why the sidewalk clearing team even go out every day, because they're not really doing much. They ride around in the truck, round and around and around. Every day the same problems, and unfortunately they're not making a difference. Before they were making a difference. So you'll see for now the sidewalk is available again for pedestrians. Everyone's pushed back their stalls and removed the tarpaulins that hang down so low, but it's literally only for 20 minutes. Once the team drive away, everything will come out again, and because there's no penalty, no confiscation of tarpaulins or anything like that, then of course same thing will happen every single day. On the other side of things, the traffic enforcer is very strict, issuing a ticket now for illegal parking to this motorcycle in front of the market. And over here they stopped this vehicle, they're issuing a ticket now for coding. Issue the ticket, send her on her way. Over here they'll be issuing a ticket to this motorcycle rider. Unfortunately the back passenger is not wearing a helmet. And along the road here they're issuing a ticket to this one for illegal parking. And they're just leaving a ticket on the windscreen of this one. Again, illegal parking obstruction. And further down the road they're issuing tickets to these vehicles. It will be unattended illegal parking, which is 2,000 peso. And across the road here, one more ticket being issued for illegal parking. There is a driver, so it's the cheaper ticket. And over here, one more motorcycle rider they've stopped for no helmet, although he has a helmet, wasn't wearing it for some reason. And the tow crew have actually come in now to impound this motorcycle. The reason being, the driver had his license confiscated back in January. He was given this temporary operator's permit, which is valid for 5 or 7 days, and obviously we're in June. So no longer valid. It's considered as driving with invalid license, and they'll confiscate or impound the motorcycle. And the thing is, his original ticket, same violation, riding without helmet. Even though he owns a helmet, just doesn't wear it for some reason. And they just flagged down this vehicle here for a coding. So the driver of this one said he's from LTO, but that doesn't automatically exempt him from coding, so they are still issuing a ticket. And they just stopped one more motorcycle. You'll see the lady on the back isn't wearing a helmet. And over here, one more motorcycle, 2 young children on the back, no helmets. So that's excess passenger plus no helmet. And over here they're issuing a ticket to this jeepney parked in front of a vulcanizing shop. Unfortunately, that's the problem with many vulcanizing shops. They don't have space for their customers, so they park on the road and they end up getting tickets. And over here the team are issuing a ticket to this vehicle. Again, it's in front of a vulcanizing shop. Unfortunately, the lady in the shop here is shouting that he hasn't been here for 5 minutes yet, but there is no 5-minute rule. If they come here and the vehicle is illegally parked, they can ticket it illegal parking, obstruction. When they arrived, the driver wasn't even in the vehicle. And the team are now in front of Tandang Sora Jeepney Terminal. There's a lot of complaints in this area about vehicles parking in front of the terminal, obstructing the road. So you see they're issuing a number of tickets now, and the ticketing continues further along. They're actually obstructing 2 lanes, but later in the day it can be as much as 3 lanes, and that brings a 4-lane road down to just 1 lane. So that's why there's so many complaints in this area. Over here they're issuing more tickets. One of the drivers was complaining that there's a lot of motorcyclists that drive around here with extra passengers, no helmets, things like that. If the MMDA are here, they'll issue tickets. Obviously they can't be everywhere at once. There are local enforcers, but from what I've seen, they're not really doing much. And the ticketing continues over here. They're leaving them on the windscreen, so it's a more expensive ticket. Unattended illegal parking 2,000, obstruction 1,000, so a total of 3,000 peso. According to the gentleman over here, the barangay told him, don't park in front of the market, park on the other side of the road here. I don't know whether they really told him that, but it's a no parking area, so of course they're going to ticket vehicles parked here. Vehicles parked on the other side are also being ticketed, although I think many of them drove away as soon as they saw the team at the end of the road. Over here they stopped this motorcycle, 2 riders, no helmets, carrying a gas canister. The driver handed over his license now, so they'll issue the ticket and then tell him he has to push the motorcycle until they both get helmets. Aside from the helmets, they're both wearing slippers, so that'll be a dress code violation for the driver. Obviously they'll be issuing a ticket to that one. 2 riders, no helmets. This driver here is trying to give me money to get off with his ticket. I'm not even in charge of the operation and he's going to try and give me money. Here comes another motorcycle, no helmet. Bad luck because there's an enforcer right here. He says he's already got a ticket, but if that's true, why is he still driving without a helmet? You can actually be ticketed again for the same violation. And over here they flagged down this vehicle coding today, so they'll issue a ticket, send them on their way. And over here this motorcycle is about to be impounded. Unfortunately they flagged him down for not wearing a helmet, and then he said he doesn't have a license, so the motorcycle will be impounded. And 2 more motorcycles over here, exact same thing, stopped the riders without helmets, and both of them said they don't have a license, so they're being impounded. And over here 1 more ticket for coding, and over here they're writing out 1 more ticket, no helmet for the older gentleman here. He does have a license, so they issue a ticket, tell him to push the bike until he gets a helmet. The enforcer's moving in on a motorcycle here. I've seen him wearing a hood. The driver has a license, so it will just be a ticket and then send him on his way. And here's an overloaded motorcycle, excess passenger, and all 3 of them no helmet. And this vehicle here is being issued a ticket for coding. It's a big truck. And 1 more bike stopped over here, no helmet, does have a license. This motorcycle rider saw the team, suddenly tried to turn away. Again, he has a license, so it will just be a ticket. His bike won't be impounded. They just stopped this motorcycle. Unfortunately, there's a little girl squashed between the parents, no helmet of course. In fact, I just realized the mummy is holding a helmet. Why didn't she put it on the child?